Hi there, my name's Tim, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the costs of installing solar power at your home. Throughout this guide I will be referring to different websites, and all the links for these are available on my blog, www.solarpowercostblog.com. So I'm interested in installing solar PV on my roof. That's the one that gives electricity, and I've been doing a fair amount of research on Google, and found a load of sites. There's loads and loads of information about this, but only a few of them actually give really good information, and these are the ones that I'm going to tell you about today. So the first way of doing this is using a professional installer. It's also the most expensive, but it just depends really what you want. And with this way of doing it, you get a guarantee that if anything goes wrong, then they'll come back and fix it or refund you. So I think that a really good source of information about this is the solarguide.com. And in their frequently asked questions they have a whole section about the costs, and the most interesting thing for me was that it costs about $10 to $12 per watt installed. So to figure out exactly how much it's going to cost in the long run, it will depend on how much electricity you're going to have to generate. And say for example that you wanted 4 kilowatts as the power of your system, then that would mean that for every watt you have to multiply by $10 to $12. So 4 kilowatts is 4,000 watts, so it's going to be in the region of $40,000, maybe a little bit more than that. Now the second way of doing it is do it yourself, and this sounds like a difficult job, but just recently manufacturers have started producing products that cater for this market very well, and it takes a lot of the risk out. And one of the best articles is on Popular Mechanics, and the article talks about cost-effective DIY solar panels, and specifically they talk about how conventional solar panels are quite difficult to wire up correctly to your house, and it's quite a dangerous thing to do because you can actually electrocute yourself very easily if you don't know what you're doing. Whereas just recently there has been an upsurge of solar panels that have the electrics built into them. So instead of giving out DC, which then has to be converted to AC, they give out AC without any extra inverters or anything like that. So you basically install the system and it's ready to plug straight into your house, and there's no dangerous wiring involved. So comparing the price breakdown, the price per watt was $4.50, which compared to $10 to $12 is a significant saving. And if you add on to that a 30% federal tax credit, the price works out at $2.87, which is really good value. And it's probably one of the cheapest ways of doing it actually that I've found. The third way is a combination of do-it-yourself and professional help. So this way, when you get to something which is dangerous or difficult to do, then you bring in a professional. And one of the best examples that I found was this chap on YouTube. Again, the link I'll put on my blog. And he installed a 3.78 kilowatt system, and he did most of the work himself, and the total cost was $23,775, which equates to about $6.29 per watt, which isn't quite as good as the previous example, but it's still pretty good, much better, probably maybe even half the price of a professional. And where he really saved was that he actually got a rebate from his energy company of $16,500. So in the end, it worked out to be about $1.91 per watt installed. So that is incredibly good value, and I don't know what his utility company were charging him, but I imagine the payback period will only be a few years, and then after that he's basically got free energy for the rest of the life of the system. So some really interesting things here. The rebates and the tax credits are key to really making a good saving with this technology, but you can also save in other ways by doing some of the work yourself. I wouldn't say that it's terribly difficult, but it just depends on what system you're having installed and whether it's DIY friendly or not. You can learn more about solar power costs and other things to do with installing solar power at my blog, which is www.solarpowercostblog.com. Hope this has been helped to you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.